Alrighty, salutations. It is I, the Great One, El Fuerte, coming live to you and yours on my channel, Team FYCN. Alright? I know I have to put Team FYCN and it's just me uploading these videos thus far. Don't worry about it. I already talked to the rest of the team. They're already on board. I'm gonna start putting up some of their deck profiles up on the channel as well. Because after all, we are a team FYCN. But it's all good. I know it says FYC. I couldn't put the N on the channel, because kind of try to keep it as PC as possible. And if y'all wanted to know what it stands for, FYC, it stands for fuck your cards. All right, all day, because we be the best. Yes, indeed. But this archetype, it's an all insect deck. Period. I pretty much like it. It's one of my favorites. This deck is very versatile. I think it's of all the insect period that all the insect bugs and stuff I've seen over the years. This one is actually very cool, very on point. And I just wish Konami, gives it some more much needed attention, some more support, like other archetypes out there. It's like Konami puts out jewels. They give us something, They be like, hey, you like this stuff? Everybody goes, yeah, we like it. All right, no problem. Because we're not making no more prints of this archetype ever again. And either that or they're going to start putting stuff on the ban list real quick. Like as soon as it comes out, 2 weeks later, key stuff to the deck is now banned. I hate that shit. But I hope the powers that be somewhere in Konami get it together, because I'm like, all that sprite shit, I like the archetype. You could do stuff with those sprites, but like I said in my last video, they are everywhere like bird shit, man. I'm almost certain those who go to tournaments in the locals, you will see all that branded stuff. All right, cool. And even then, the amount of support that they get is it's ridiculous, yo. But yeah, like can the other archetypes out here get some love? Yeah, like elemental heroes are dope. Yeah, cool. All right, they do stuff. But I'm like, what about volcanics? What about battery man? What about Beetroopers? What about my ancient warriors? I love my ancient warriors the same way I love my ancient gears. But it's all good though, because hopefully somebody will get it together in Konami, and more than likely it's going to be somebody of a younger age. So when them older folks start phasing out or committing seppuku, taking themselves out, but either way, they're going to have to figure it out, because I'm tired of seeing great archetypes pretty much fall to the wayside. And it's not because they're bad archetypes. It's just they don't get no attention. But, what the hell do I know? I'm just an up-and-coming YouTuber trying to get his channel together, and who'll be over here participating in local tournaments, over here, making a top 8, woo-woo. But, the big one is the one that count, first place. But I'll definitely get back to y'all when I get that shit. I damn sure make top 8. Majority of the time. Not all time, but majority of the time. But with that being said, when I say top 8, I don't mean like there's only 8 people in a tournament. Because I'm like, who the fuck top 8 and there's only 8 people in a tournament? That don't make no fucking sense. Right? Like out of 50 people, I make top 8. All right? Anyway, majority of the time. All right? Going into the deck, start with the monsters, okay? And part of me in advance, I should be more fluid with the effects of my monsters with this deck, but my overall arcing theme to it is hurry up and get to my links. So it's like I don't really necessarily sweat the quote unquote small, finer detailing of the deck, but that's why we got Google and Wikipedia. So if there's something that I necessarily missed or whatever, I'm sure y'all will let me know. And I'm sorry about that. I'm at the job over here struggle streaming at the job, but it's all good. That's why the video kind of paused like that and middle me in mid sentence. It's all good. I'm getting paid to stream, and I'm over here trying to upload this info so I can bring this goodness to everybody. But anyway, getting into it, I run one Beetrooper, the Mighty Neptune. Now, I think he's pretty good. I think he's a great monster, but more often than not, keeping him at 1 is perfect. I tried him at 2, but he's a fucking brick. So 1 is perfect because if his summoning condition is that you return up to 3 banished insect monsters, no Beetroopers that are banished, return them back to the deck, and he special summons himself. He can't be special summoned until that is met anyway. Cool, no problem. But his other effect, which I think is cool, is like at the end of the main phase, you could beef up your like one of your insects by 1,000, and that's permanent, except for himself. All right, so I think that's pretty sweet. And then I run 2 Beetroopers. Sting Lancer. Sting Lancer's pretty dope. He extends. He activates in the hand by returning one monster from each graveyard, from your opponent's graveyard, back into the deck. But then he special summons, and once he special summons, you add 1 Beetrooper Spell a Trap card from your deck to your hand. It's pretty cool. And then I run 1 Beetrooper Light Flopper. He returns one up to 2 banished Beetrooper monsters, either from the grave or that were banished, as long as they have different names, back to your hand. Only thing is, if you do that, like those monsters, they cannot use their effect. So if you got a buggy, so if you turn like Scout Buggy or Scale Bomber, you can't use their effects. You can summon them all day, but you cannot use their effect. So I only run 1 of him, and that's only just to keep in check the stuff that gets banished back into the hand. Oh, and his other effect is that say like your opponent attacks you, you send him back to your hand, and then negates that attack. So he's pretty cool. So pretty much depending on how many stuff you got banished, his effect just keeps the stuff he cycles. Cool, no problem, right? And then I run 3 Beetrooper Skull Bombers. He extends. As long as I got an insect monster on my side of the field, I can special summon this monster, right? Rather that monster be normal or special, he specials himself, right? And then, memory serves me right. Yeah, I contribute 1 insect monster and destroy it to negate the effect of one of your opponent's monsters. So it's all right, depending on the situation. I only need him for the extending stuff, so I can get into my big plays, right? And then I run 3 Beetrooper Scout Buggies. Buggy says if this card is normal or special summon, you search your deck for another Scout Buggy. So you summon Scout Buggy for Buggy. Yeah, Scout Buggy to Scout Buggy. Buggy for Buggy. Buggy for Buggy. Now, this next one, I run him at 2. Beetrooper Assault Roller. You can special summon him by removing an insect monster from your graveyard and then special summon to the field. He beefs up by 200 for each insect monster that you control, right? But if this card is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 Beetrooper monster from your deck to your hand. So he's not bad. So if he gets destroyed, you can special summon him. No, destroyed in battle. Period. Destroyed in battle. You can add from the deck a Beetrooper. So it's not bad, right? So these are all the Beetrooper monsters I'll be running in this deck outside of my extra deck, of course. So I'll start with the normal ones, right? I run 3 Insect Knights, and then I run 3 Shining Black Sea Squatter, and then I run 3 Neo Bugs, right? You're like, wow, why I run these normal insects? You'll see why. And then I run 2 Battle Wasps Pin the Bull. Run 2 of him. It's pretty cool. He specials himself if I control an insect monster, right? So as long as I got an insect monster on my side of the field, and I got him in the hand, I special summon him. Cool. And I burn my opponent for how much? 200. All right. 200 direct damage. That's for each battle wasp. So him by himself is 2. So if I got 5, 5 times 20, I hope y'all got your GED so y'all can figure that out. All right. And then I run two battle wasps, twin bow the attacker. He ain't too much. He special summons himself. When an insect is summoned to my side of the field, he summons right behind that. And then his other effect is that he can attack twice per turn. Okay, it's not bad. I only need him for the extending. That's all I need him for. And then I run 2 Goki poles. Goki pole's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Whenever he's sent to the graveyard, I can add 1 normal monster from the deck and special summon it to the field, and then I can destroy 1 monster on the field with attack greater or equal to that special summon monster that I got. Okay, so it's not bad. It doesn't target. And then 1 Doom Dozer. Y'all should be familiar with that old ass card, and that will do it for my monsters. Before I did this video, I should have separated these cards a little bit better. Anyway, it's all good though. Yeah, I run a lot of monsters in this deck. As far as like my other support, like the spell and traps, I only run but so many. But anyway, I run 2 Beetrooper landings. This is the polymerization for Beetroopers, period. All right. So with that being said, only thing that makes this different is that, like, if this is in the graveyard, I could banish 2 insect monsters from the graveyard and add this back to my hand. It's pretty sweet. I can do that once per turn. And then I run the Beetrooper field card, Beetrooper formation. It's all right. It's cool. And then I run 1 terraforming. And then I run 2 Beetrooper descent. Like when it's activated, you can get a token, a Beetrooper token. It's an Earth type, level 3, 1,000 attack and defense. It's pretty cool. Only thing is, like say, like if I got an insect monster that has 3,000 attack, if it has 3,000 attack, I can pop a card on your opponent's side of the field. It's pretty sweet. It's one of their spell and trap cards on the side of the field. So that's pretty sweet. And then 1 Harpy's Feather Duster. Now, this field card right here, Giant Ballpark, I think this is like a real MVP for like any insect deck. It's like rather if you attack or your opponent attacks you and you got an insect monster, you can negate that attack, and then you can send 1 insect monster from your deck to the graveyard, right? But say like if you send a normal insect monster from the deck, you could special summon that insect monster from the graveyard to your side of the field, and then special summon all the other copies from your hand, deck, or graveyard with that. Wait, I think I'm fucking it up already. It's from the deck. I said it right. Yeah, from the hand, deck, or graveyard, and special summon them to the field in whatever position. Okay, so that's where Neo Bug, Insect Knight, and Shining Sea comes into play with that. So you really shouldn't have a problem flooding the field with them normal insects. And then the only trap cards that I run in this deck is 3 Beetrooper Flying Sting. Flying Sting is pretty cool. If your opponent activates a monster effect, you can activate this and negate it. Why does it look like I got a smudge on my lens? Oh my goodness. But it's all Gucci. It's a damn shame. I just figured that out after 14 minutes into this video that the lens was smudged. But oh well. But now you can see this a little better. Fly and Sting, right? Again, it negates whatever monster effect. And now if you had a monster that has 3,000 attack or more, an insect monster that is, you can add this right back from your deck and reset it. Okay, you can do that once per turn. And then the other trap back to the front. And then one of my favorite counter traps, Grand Horn of Heaven. Negate whatever special summon, whatever monster that they special summon, destroy it, and your opponent draws one card, just one card, and they skip a phase. So you activate that in the main phase, they will now go into their next phase. They can either go into their battle phase or they have to go into their next phase. The next phase is the battle phase. So they go into that battle phase, they can attack or not, and then go into their main phase. They just keep it pushing. All right. So that's it for the main deck. Now going into the extra deck, I run 2 Beetrooper Assault Absolute Hercules. So Hercules' effect, he's 4,000 attack beater. So at the end of your battle phase, in your main phase 2, you can special summon an insect monster, any insect monster from your graveyard, and make sure I get the proper shine on this humongous bug. Yeah, and keep in mind that he's unaffected by all card effects for 2 turns. They should have just said period, but whatever. I'm not Konami. They should have just left him unaffected by card effects for 2 turns. But whatever. It's cool. And then I run not 1, not 2, but 3 Beetroopers Armor Horn, level 2s. So as soon as he summons, you can normal summon an insect monster from your hand to the field. So that's pretty sweet. And then I run, it should be 3 of these bad boys in this deck. Oh, gotta adjust it. Got the other one in the book. So I run 2 Beetrooper Armor, Incredible Atlas. Atlas is pretty sweet. I think this might be the second best bug in this deck, right behind Hercules, right? Anyway, he cannot be targeted or destroyed by card effects, period, okay? Now, he has 2 grandiose effects, which is, if you can either special summon an insect monster, a Beetrooper from your deck to the field, or boost his attack up by 2,000. And that 2,000 attack, it only lasts for the turn. So I do think that's pretty sweet. Thought I had 3 of him in this deck. Oh, I did have 3 of them. There you go. He was sticking to the back of one of my other cards. So yeah, he's pretty all right. And then I run Shinobi Insect. However you pronounce that last name, I will not even make the attempt because I know I'm going to I know I'm going to demolish it. Hagakraimino, whatever. See, that's how it sounded in my head, and I know I said it wrong. I don't care. And then I run 1 Cicada King. It's pretty all right. And 1 Titanic Morph. And then I run 2 Boguska the Tired Tar. It's not bad. I did have access code Talker in this deck, and access code do work in this deck pretty well, but I had to make an executive decision. I wound up trading him off for something beastly and a couple things, but it was well worth it. I am not complaining. So I just want to show y'all a quick combo with this deck, right? I just want to show y'all something. Let's see. Scout Buggy, put that right there. I'm gonna figure it out. I should have had this. This just hit me just now, right? So, all right. So I'll put that to the side just in case, right? Did I put it to the side already? I think I did. Oh, no, I didn't. There we go. All right. Now this should be real easy to get into your to get to Atlas, right? And it might even be easier to get into Hercules, right? I'll show you Hercules just once again. This is Hercules. Hercules and Atlas, right? It really shouldn't be a problem. Because for damn sure, it's not going to be hard getting into Armored Horn. So it's like you're going to link your way to victory. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So let's just say, just for example, you have these 5 cards, right? You got Pin the Bull, you just got Shining Sea, got Buggy, Scale Bomber. Yeah, why is it going out of focus? That's crazy. And Sting Lancer, right? Let's just say that is your hand, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And let's just say you're going first, right? Matter of fact, we're going to say you're going first. So how would I open this hand up? First things first, I will normal Scout Buggy, and then Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2 for Scale Bomber, special that Scale Bomber, right? Buggy's effect goes off, Buggy for Buggy. Hold on. All right, my fault. Let me take a swig of my Pepsi. Refreshing. So let me raise this up some more, just so y'all can have a more wider view. And again, I'm at work, struggle streaming. I don't care. So, all right, you normal this, right? Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2 into Scale Bomber, right? Use his effect to go into the deck to get another Scout Buggy, right? And then you will use Scout. And then you will use Pin the Bull's effect to special him, right? Use his effect if you want. Pardon me, I put it right here. Use his effect to burn your opponent for that 200 attack. Cool. And then you link for 2 for Armor Horn, right? Armor Horn's effect goes off. That would be for Shining Black Sea, right? And then you'll go for another 2, link for 2 again, for Armor Horn. And then you cannot use that effect again. And then you'll link for 4, go into Armor Horn. Then you can either use Armor Horn's effect for search your deck for a monster, for a Beetrooper monster. 9 times out of 10, I go for my guy right here, Sting Lancer, and that's 1, right? And then I think it's self-explanatory. Just make sure you got 4 insects on the field and go right into Hercules. But other than that, even before I get Hercules to the field, I try to make sure I have Atlas in the graveyard, because I can always get Atlas back through Hercules' effect, Monster Reborn, right? He's a Monster Reborn for these insects. But yeah. Oh, that's right. And I already mentioned it in the deck, in the thing earlier, like Giant Ballpark. It's definitely pulled me out the fire quite a few times. But I think overall it is a great deck. I just wish Konami showed them more love and support like other archetypes out here. I'll lower this back down. But that's what I got. So if y'all want to leave any critiques, criticisms, if you like the deck, if you hate the deck, you got anything about what I said so far in this video, feel more than free to say something. But I really would like Konami to show some more love and support to other archetypes out here, instead of all that branded shit. I swear to God, I can't, let me say this too before I end this video. In general, I'm overall with the bullshit. I rather cards not get banned, because I want to see people play to their best. Because I do remember there's always been a ban list, period, right? Things got restricted, semi-limited, banned, whatever, forbidden, right? Cool, no problem, right? Because I remember once upon a time, everything was not so uniform. Everybody's deck was very unique. I'm not saying it's not unique now, but the need to run like, say, a Dark Magician deck, it wasn't necessarily paramount, or even a Blue Eyes deck, right? Granted, they were two very strong monsters at the time, but it wasn't necessarily required that you had it in the deck, right? But whatever. But it was just like, but take them two, for example, right? It was just like my Blue Eyes deck will look vaguely different from, no, pardon me, vastly different from your Blue Eyes deck and the next person's Blue Eyes deck and so on and so forth, right? Cool, no problem. And then when the ban list started really tagging up people's decks, it started getting more uniform because due to what was out there, so people pretty much picking and choosing the same similar cards to make their decks go. But I'm with the madness. I want to see more cards come up off that ban list, like Pot of Greed. I want to see Graceful Charity come up off that ban list. Motherfuckers be over here sweating Graceful Charity and Pot of fucking Greed like the shit, like them fucking cards is the end all fucking be all. Yo, like you can only run one of those fucking cards in your deck. You can't run three. And even if you did, so fucking what? Build a better goddamn deck. Seriously, man. Because it don't make no sense for all these beastly cards out here, and there's like the chosen few talking about, what are we gonna do? They brought back fucking what's that? I just fucking said the card. Graceful Charity. I'm drawing 3 and I'm sending 2 to the graveyard. It helps out Dark Worlds. So fucking what? Build your deck better. And it ain't like Dark Worlds are really popping out here like that. It's a good archetype, but them shits would get beat over the head with what's out here right now, man. Like for real. And again, you can only run one of those in the goddamn deck. Shit, man. But pardon the rant. But I appreciate y'all for coming to this channel. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like the channel, or give it a thumbs down. And whatever you do, either or, hit the bell. I appreciate y'all coming back. Please share the channel. I appreciate it if y'all definitely share this video. I appreciate you all. And to be continued. Peace.